Hi, this is Richard Butler of richardbutlerthesuccesscoach.com, and I'd like to welcome you to this first video entitled Successful Living Part 1. I'll be doing a number of videos for you so that you can actually learn some of the techniques that I actually teach in the live training. So what you're going to learn is, well, in this video, knowing where you are now, how you've got where you've got in life, and why you're there. I always say to people, it's very, very important to know where they actually are now. And a lot of people don't know that. When I ask people in coaching, where are you now? They go, well, I'm in a job and I'm here. And they don't really know how they got there. And one of the reasons for this is that they've simply gone with the flow. Which means that they've never really thought about what they want to do in life, but they've just let others push them along. Now in the live training we actually explore more into this. But going with the flow, what happens is you go with the flow, and let's picture a river. You're flowing down the river and then suddenly you see a waterfall and you start paddling backwards like crazy. But the problem is that you're at a place where you don't want to be at, and trying to get out of it is going to be very, very difficult. And this happens to a lot of people. They suddenly end up in a place that they don't want to be in. Maybe they're drinking too much, maybe they're in a job they hate, but they've just let life take them where others have sort of pushed you along, not where you have actually said, this is what I want to do. So the next thing is, what direction are you taking? If you don't know where you are at the moment, you won't know where you're going to be or how you're going to get there. Have you ever stopped and asked yourself what you really want in life? It's a powerful question. And what about your purpose? What is your actual purpose in life? What were you put on this earth to do? I believe myself it's to teach people, to help people, and to coach people. So, are you really happy with what you have now? Because a lot of people say, yes, I am, but when I really start talking to them, they say, well, I really wish I had done this. I really wish I wasn't working in such and such a job. I really wish this. And when they examine it, they kind of say, well, maybe I'm not as content with my life as I thought. But you have to define happiness for yourself. Often when I do success coaching with people, I ask them, what is success to you? And they say money. And I say, but really, what is money like? It's what you can do with money that can make you more successful or more happy. But what makes you happy every single day? What would make you happy if you were to do something every single day? What type of job would that be? What type of career? And have you ever stopped to think what your goals are? Or do you even have goals? Do you know where you're going to be this time next week, this time next month, this time next year? Many people don't actually know, what they're actually doing in life. Again, they're going with the flow. And the question here is, if you don't set goals, why not? You don't get into your car, drive to the airport, and say to the people, put me on a plane. Of course not. You spend weeks and weeks and weeks planning out your holiday, looking at the brochures. But you don't do that with your life. You don't hop into your car and drive off into the sunset without knowing where you're going. That's just stupidity. You plan. But people don't plan their lives. To discover your purpose, you have to ask, what would you do if you did not have to get paid for doing it? For me, I regularly do seminars and conferences for internet marketers. And some of those conferences I don't get paid for. A, because they're good for making contacts. B, because I love what I'm doing. And sometimes I put on seminars for different groups, and I would charge a minimum because I love what I do. I love imparting knowledge. But what stopped you from achieving what you wanted to do? The key question here is, what excuses do you make? And here we have some of the excuses people have. I don't have time. Everybody has 24 hours in a day. It's how you use that time. It might not work out. Well, supposing it does, it might actually work out. I don't want to make a fool of myself. A fool to who? To your friends? To your friends who are staying in their dead-end jobs or stuck in their careers and not truly happy? No. The thing is, it's much easier not to do something and give up rather than actually do something. Other excuses people have is, I don't have the money to do what I want to do. Again, I can tell you success stories where people started out with nothing and are now living happy lives. Why we actually make excuses, in my opinion, is because we fear things. And fear we can actually have as an acronym, which stands for false evidence that appears real. The mind is a wonderful entity, but it's also very destructive. And if you fear something, you will make and build sort of foundations or supports to support that fear. I want to go out and I want to start a business. It'll never succeed. Why won't it succeed? Because there's so many other businesses out there. People won't buy from me. I won't have the money to market. You support every one of those fears. You can actually come up with rational reasons, rational being in inverted commas, why you won't actually succeed. So what you will learn when you do live training with me or when we do one-on-one coaching is how we can actually break a lot of these fears. Now in the next video I'm going to go on and speak a little bit more about how you actually set out your goals and how you actually find out where you want to be. Till then, I wish you the best of luck, and you can contact me at info@richardbutlerthesuccesscoach.com.